The first speaker for this afternoon is Shauna Campbell, who is going to present the ARRO update.
All right, thank you, Emma. Thank you, Dan. Thanks everyone for having me here today and allowing me to give the ARRO update. There's going to be plenty to talk about. Okay, so first, I'd like to introduce our stellar executive committee for this year. This is a great group of residents that I'm really proud to be working with this year. As first described in a recent editorial, the top concerns of rad-onc trainees in 2019, board exams, residency expansion, the job market are key concerns that are for radiation oncology residents, and they're central to the focus of ARRO. Of course, this is in addition to our focus on education as well. In 2019, we conducted a survey study following the board exams to characterize resident preparation. This demonstrated, not surprisingly, that residents spend a considerable amount of time preparing, but this is not at a cost. This is at a significant cost. As you can see here, that over 50% of residents reported that preparation for the science exams had a negative impact on clinical development, research productivity, mental health, and family life. There's many interesting results that are going to be released in our upcoming PRO publication as well. With respect to 2020 exams, we're all aware the oral boards have been rescheduled for October in Tucson, and we're waiting to hear about the written exams. We surveyed the 2019 graduates, and we found that, not surprisingly, they all preferred a virtual exam to be rescheduled for the oral exam, and this is because of the risk of prolonged travel restrictions. And they also all preferred that the exam be given in October, as it has been rescheduled for, due to the time that they've already dedicated to preparation. We're in the process of asking the PGY4 and 5 residents when their preferred option is going to be for the written exam, with all of these options as listed here. We're going to present this to the ABR at the end of the month, and at the same time we're going to ask the ABR to consider a web-based administration of the written exams due to the potential limited availability of testing centers come this fall. So now we're going to switch over and we're going to discuss the match. There's been a clear downtrend of U.S. medical students applying to our specialty, 35% decrease from 2018 to 2020. As you can see here, there's also been an increase in the independent applications, which doubled from 2019 to 2020. Many thought that the 2020 was going to be the year that the market correction was actually going to begin, anticipating a lot of unfilled spots in the match. So in response to this, we had several program directors authored the editorial Cleaning Without Soap. And this was pledging not to soap medical students who did not have any formal experience in radiation oncology. So as anticipated, we saw a record low of only 81% of spots were actually filled in the primary match. But unfortunately, that market correction did not take place because there was a significant amount of spots that were filled in the soap. 27 of 35 to be exact. This represented 14% of our total spots were filled in the soap. And that sort of made us wonder, how do we compare with others? Also, of the 24 programs that did have spots available in the soap, most of them had not signed the pledge not to soap non-rad-onc applicants. And in fact, most of the 27 people did in fact match into the specialty without any formal radiation oncology experience. So next we decided to look at, how do we compare? Radiation oncology, as you can see here, in 2019 and 2020, we led the way with 14% of our spots filled in the soap and 9% in 2019. This is over double the next highest specialty, which is family medicine, and over 10 times higher than any other specialty that we would have usually considered ourselves competitive with. This is very concerning, especially when you consider that medical students are not traditionally exposed to radiation oncology as they are with many of these other specialties like family medicine, where they've probably rotated for 8 or 12 weeks. So now that we understand what an outlier this is, we need to think of what we're going to do. So now more than ever, we need to continue to focus on high quality training education. We need the ACGME for that, and we need things like a comprehensive curriculum to really raise the bar for training programs. The other thing we need to focus on is medical students, because they are the future of our specialty. The most important thing that one would argue, though, is that program directors and chair people, we need them to acknowledge the need for market correction. At minimum, we need to agree not to take non-radiation oncology applicants in the SOAP, and we need to seriously consider voluntary contractions of our spots. Given the current market concerns and the trend of decreasing medical student applicants, this is not going to change unless we do something about it. So the next concern I'd like to discuss is going to be the job market, something that is heavily influencing the match results. So the perception of a tough job market has been long discussed, but we're lacking the comprehensive data to actually inform and influence any policy change. So this year, ARRO has initiated data collection for a prospective anonymized workforce registry that's actually going to trend the job market and give us that information we need. Preliminary results do demonstrate that there are a few 2020 graduates who have been impacted by the COVID hiring freezes. And one can estimate that this is actually going to have an even more profound impact on the 2021 graduates, which is really concerning for us. So to conclude, radiation oncology residents had some of the most impressive residency applications coming in. They worked tirelessly to get here, but there's still significant concern about uncertainty with board certification exams in the job market. We need all stakeholders, especially program directors and chair people, to continue to invest in high quality training, to support residents during this potentially difficult job search, and to preserve the integrity of our specialty by allowing appropriate market correction to occur. I wanted to thank you for the opportunity to speak today. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. So thank you.